Oh, hey. Sorry, just coming up from the basement. I'm Will Photo. I'm my new chair's unsqueaky wooden pole's favorite photographer. So let's get into this video. Alright, so like I just mentioned, I'm in a new chair. It's wood. I'm not going to lift it up though because it's in a perfect spot, but this is a wooden chair. It looks like it's from probably 2001 because it was in my parents' old house. I can't stop itching my face. This chair is one of my parents' old dinner table chairs. Yeah, I'm using it right now because it doesn't squeak like my other chair, and that's getting real annoying in the videos. Sorry. Alright, anyway, today I'm going to be making a very bold statement, and I'm going to give you reasons why I believe this and what I think is going to come out of this. Where should we start? I feel so weird in this chair. Okay? Very hot too. So I'm going to open this window. Window's open. We're set. I believe that moving forward as a society, landscape photos, as you can see on this one right here, holding a camera like this. If you hold a camera like this and you take a photo, you're taking a landscape photo. And that's obviously what you'd use if you were shooting literally a landscape. This right here is a portrait photo. You would take it like this. It's mostly used for taking portraits. Cheese! I'm saying that in 2020, there is no point for you to take a landscape photo anymore. Bold statement, right? That's pretty stupid. Why would you never ever take another landscape photo again? Well, I think that you should only be shooting in landscape format. How one messes that up, I literally meant portrait. So when I said landscape right there, you should definitely think portrait. Now, granted, with a few exceptions, you should be switching back and forth. But for the majority of the time, when you're shooting, I believe, and this could take a while to catch on, I don't know if other people are saying the same thing, but you should only be shooting portrait. Why am I saying that? Well, I'm going to back it up with a few reasons. The attention to every single person is on their cell phone. Just so happens that this is a portrait screen that everyone uses every day. No one's using a phone like this every day. Everyone is using a phone like this. Cool. People use their phones. Oh, what does it matter? Well, photographers, where do we post most of our work? Where are people seeing it? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr. Photographers are posting on there, and where do most people use all of those apps? On this fucking device right here. And what's the iPhone? It's portrait, right? So if you shoot a landscape photo and post it on Instagram, here's what the photo looks like, landscape version, and here's virtually the same photo, portrait version. Now, as you can see, comparing the two, a portrait photo takes up so much more space in your phone. It goes the whole thing, right? Landscape, it only goes across the bar. So if you want to get people's attention, which is what you're going for if you're posting on social media, you're trying to build an audience, you're trying to pull people in. Why not post the biggest picture you can? Your best bet is learning how to shoot portrait. For me, training myself to shoot portrait was pretty difficult. When I started photography, I was just using the camera how it looked. You know, taking pictures like this. But you really have to get out of the comfort zone of just holding the camera like this and kind of being held back and like, you know, your arms are tucked in to going like this. Now you got your arms up in the air and people are smelling the stinky armpits that you didn't wash last night. That took me a while to train myself. And now when I go on a shoot, I don't even think about it. Shooting portrait is what I do because it makes the most sense to me, and hopefully I can convince you that it makes the most sense to shoot in. Let's say you're thinking,
well, in what instance should I shoot a landscape photo?
Well, this is a landscape photo. This is a landscape photo, and then I have some landscape photos up there. Now, landscape photos are really good printed. They print really well. So do portrait pictures. Most of the time, I take a mixture of both. When I shoot, I'll shoot some portrait, some landscape. Because I know that I want portrait for Instagram and I want landscape for my laptop background or to print it out or for a client. Now that's something too, if you're shooting with clients, you want to know what they want. Let's say you're doing a paid shoot. They want majority landscape photos. That's awesome. Shoot majority landscape, sneak in a few of the portrait ones, because then you have work to show. In my humble opinion, I think that you should only be posting portrait on Instagram. And hold on, while I'm talking about this, posting portrait on Instagram, can we stop Can we take a moment, please? Can you please stop posting square photos on Instagram? Because I'm tired of seeing it. Stop posting squares, bro. All you gotta do is hit one button, it opens the whole thing up, and you have an 8x10 photo that you can post. Okay? Just a little rant how I feel about square photos on Instagram. Well, first of all, I hate square photos in general. I think they do photography really dirty. They don't look good. Square is just not the crop that you should be using. You shouldn't shoot a square photo. This isn't square, so your photos definitely shouldn't be square. As photography continues, whether or not it gets wiped out by Apple making these devices, I think eventually camera manufacturers will start turning the sensor portrait so that holding the camera like this, you are shooting a portrait. Why do I think that? Well, you got to think about all the platforms that people are posting on. You know, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything is on the mobile device. My website is optimized for mobile devices. If you go on my website on a laptop, it looks stupid because no one goes on laptops anymore and searches your stuff. It's only on here. Have you ever seen like very high production quality Snapchats that look like they were filmed on a Red camera in a movie studio? Well, chances are they probably filmed it like this. And that's a damn hassle because you gotta mount the camera here, you gotta hold it, it's all awkward to film with. I believe that a strictly photo camera will have a sensor that is turned upwards. If we move away from TVs and we move away from YouTube, which we probably never will, landscape might not be the way to shoot anymore at some point. It could be that we need a camera that can shoot portrait for video as well. Now, those are bridges that a camera manufacturer can cross. I'm not a camera manufacturer. I'm just a photographer that uses them and shoots cars. Here's a concept for you. How about a sensor that can rotate any way you want it? Done. The sensor, you hold it like this. Oh, I want to shoot portrait. Boop, it goes. Oh, you want to shoot a video? And it doesn't. You don't have to move the camera. Just some high-tech stuff. Sony, Nikon, Canon. If you're listening to this, my Instagram DMs are always opened. Let's back off on my dumb camera idea. Basically, though, I think that it is very important to shoot portrait. I think that you should be shooting with your camera like this because it captures the best photo for what you're going to do with it. I rest my case. I think that in 2020, if you are a photographer and you're still shooting landscape photos and posting them on Instagram, you should definitely reevaluate and shoot portrait. Not saying your work is bad at all, but to capture people's attention, it's probably smarter to shoot portrait. That's my thoughts on this topic. Comment below what you think. I want to hear feedback. My YouTube channel subscription button is right below you, so make sure you tap that thing, turn on notifications, and don't miss another video. Videos come out every single Friday, and I can't wait to see you next time. Keep progressing, keep shooting, keep all the love. I'll see you next video.